What is up, my friends? Welcome to the weekly Team ThriveFit call. Running a few minutes behind. I know we had a few people that were going to hop on here in the live call. Kind of weird timing. My mom just dropped off Ty, so I had to go down, get him situated, whatnot. So moving into future calls, you guys saw that I created a new YouTube channel. Basically, I created a bunch of new stuff this week. I took this week kind of going, piggybacking off of last week's call. It was all about the basics. I've done, I don't even know, over 100 team calls now, and they're all recorded. They're all up on a YouTube channel, and they're all kind of scattered, right? They're all kind of branched out on different topics. So it's great if you want to go through all of that stuff and look for the topic that you want to hear about. But my idea was, why don't I create a new YouTube channel, start from scratch, because we have a new team name, new vision kind of moving forward, right? Those of us who want to work and climb that mountain, we're going to climb it together. Those who just want to sit back and watch, that's great. That's their goals. Everyone has different goals in life, especially in this business. So for those of us that have like-minded goals, we're going to move together. So with that, each team call, I want to focus on just one topic. That way, if a newer coach comes in here or even a seasoned veteran coach, if you just need a refresher or you need to hear about something like tonight, I'm going to talk a little bit about goal setting. That's it. I'm not going to rabbit trail off into other stuff. We're just going to keep it on goal setting, and then we're going to have this bullet point list of different topics. So if you ever find yourself thinking, I want to hear that call about goal setting, you just go into the YouTube channel, which I'll post everything below. Welcome, Chelsea. I'll post everything below, and from there you can search each topic. So there will be goal setting, creating a vision, all this kind of stuff, right? So last week was kind of the first call. So it's already uploaded to the YouTube channel, which again, that's going to be linked inside of the group. I'm going to create a whole document with basic resources and tools for you guys. So last week we talked about just cutting all the extra stuff out and starting with the absolute basics, right? 3 vital behaviors. Number 1, be proof that the product works, meaning you have to be following a program. You have to be drinking your Shakeology, because if you are not excited and engaging with the programs and products that you are promoting, how do you ever expect to get anyone else on board? If somebody is going to ask you, oh yeah, I saw a 21-day fix that you're talking about, but are you doing it? And if your answer is no, it's good luck trying to get anyone else to do it with you. So that was number 1. Number 2 is personal development. You have to be engaging with that every single day in one form or another. It doesn't have to be just reading a book. It can be audio, video, whatever works best for you. Number 3 is going to be invite. That means 2 people a day you want to be inviting, whether it be to the business or it be into one of your challenge groups or using one of our programs. That doesn't happen right out of the gate. And I can directly link this to most of you know by now, I've stepped into the e-commerce world. So I'm working this Amazon business, right? Selling products on Amazon. And I found that in the beginning, my first couple of weeks, I had to spend a lot of money up front, and I had to, put a lot of force up front, and I wasn't getting a whole lot back. And it's because I was building my inventory. So it takes time for the products to get shipped from UPS here in town to get to the Amazon warehouse to get checked in. So there's this little delay, right? And for this business, it was like 2 or 3 week delay, but now I'm starting to see the profits come back. And that directly ties into kind of going into inviting, right? Inviting is, you need 2 people a day. Most of us don't have those 2 people a day right out of the gate. You have to invest time. Again, in that Amazon business, it was time and money and effort that went into building my inventory. People in Beachbody are kind of like your inventory, right? It takes time and there's a delay, but you have to put in that time and work to build your inventory. You're following your people, right? And then you can start diving in and inviting 2 of those a day. If you don't have inventory, you're not going to do much with it. So, I mean, I hate to put the label inventory on people, but it's kind of how it works. It's the exact same methodology as the Amazon business and this as far as inviting. So 3 vital behaviors, those are your basics. They are there for a reason, because they work, not because Beachbody loves to just shove the same stuff down our throats every single week. It's true. Those really are the basics. All the extra stuff you can learn how to do, but it's not necessary. Just follow the 3 vital behaviors. Most people, whether they come to me or they're thinking it in their own heads. Most people that are sitting back discouraged with their business thinking, oh, I've spent all this money, blah, blah, blah. I'm not making any back. I don't know what to do. Most of the time, it's because you're not following the 3 vital behaviors. Even though in your head you're thinking, I know, but you're not actually doing it. That's your issue. That's where you're stuck. So step number 1 is go back, watch last week's video. So that's step number 1 is you have to learn this whole business is based on the basics. If you cannot master the basics, you will not progress at all in your personal life, your physical health, right? That's why we do the programs, and your finances and everything in between. You will be stuck for years if you do not follow the basics and master them. It's 3 basic things, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in this mindset of, I don't know what to do. It's laid out right there for you. Watch last week's video. Go back to the basics. That's step number 1. Step number 2 brings us and transitions us into this week's call, which is goal setting. I can use my own personal experience with fitness over the last 2 weeks. I was lazy on week 1. Week 2, I was down with bronchitis, and it was a horrible mixture of the two because day 1 of week 3, which leads me to last week was like Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day it was. I decided, okay, no more slacking. I'm over my bronchitis. I still have this leftover, as you guys can probably hear, but it's getting better. I feel fine though. My energy's back, and I told myself last Thursday morning, get your shit together and just work out. Just do it. So I got my butt up. I push play. It was the worst workout I've had probably all year. It was absolutely pathetic. I felt weak. I even told Trista afterwards. I head down, came back into the living room out of the gym, and I just told her that sucked. I was not happy at all. I was mainly disappointed in myself because I let myself slip that much that I felt like I was starting back at square one, where I was at 7 years ago. It flat out sucked. But you know what I told myself? If this is the absolute ground zero, this is the rock bottom, it can only get better every single day from here. So I showed up every single day since Thursday up until pretty much today. So Thursday through Sunday, I was following 21 Day Fix, right? Because I was doing the December Fix group. And then I kept in these posts of hammer and chisel. I was going to hold off until January 4th, and I freaking couldn't. So I ordered it. It got uploaded on demand, so that's what I'm following right now. I don't have my kit. But how cool is it that you don't need the actual kit to do it now? You have your program as far as the workouts on demand. It gives you the full nutrition guide in a PDF right there. Everything. You have everything. So that's what I'm doing. So last night I sat down, I made my meal plan, I did all that stuff. And today just before this call, I rocked out day 1, which was a humbling experience. It's a combination of like Body Beast / P90X3-ish moves. It's going to be awesome. But it royally kicked my butt. How does this tie into goal setting? Back up to Thursday, right? I felt like crap, especially after my workout. I was just discouraged more than anything. But most of all, after I finished the workout, I told myself, I just need to show up and do it again tomorrow. That little baby step is the difference between success and failure. Because I was sore, I was achy, I did not feel good. I could have easily woken up the next day and said, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'm tired, I'm sore. I could have whined my ass off all day. That would have been a failure. And I told myself, I'm just going to set the goal to show up tomorrow and do it again. That's it. I didn't tell myself I'm going to commit to 90 days. I didn't tell myself I'm going to eat clean 100%. I just said I'm going to show up tomorrow and I'm going to do this workout again. And that's what I did. And so that brings me to today, Monday, today's Monday. Day 1 of Hammer and Chisel. I pushed off the workout. We actually had a power outage early this morning during the whole workout time. Trista was staying home waiting for the call to go back to work. It was just a weird mix of stuff going on. So I didn't do my workout this morning. And then all day I could have done the workout, but it was one of those days I was just so focused on my business work. Workout was not in my mind. I knew I was going to get it done. I just didn't know when. And that's mistake number 1 is I did not schedule it. I did not set that goal to do it at this time. which is usually how I do my best. So all day I put off the workout, and then finally about 4:30, 4:45 rolls around, take my pre-workout because I know that I need to do the workout. In the Amazon business, I actually just got a huge shipment of 100 different items in my garage right now. And I'm going to be up till midnight packing those things up, ready to send them to Amazon. And I told myself, 4:30 rolls around. I told myself, this is do or die. I need to do my workout now, or I am not going to do it later because my garage is going to be just filled with boxes and different stuff. That right there was a goal. Do my workout, that one little baby step. That's all it took. I wasn't thinking about the 60-day program commitment. I wasn't thinking about anything but just do this one little workout. Plugged it in, got my butt kicked again. I'm going to be sore as crap tomorrow morning, but I set a new goal. Show up tomorrow, do the workout at this time, which for me is going to be right after I bring Ty back from his doctor's appointment in the morning. So about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is going to be that workout. That is a perfect example of setting a goal. Most times when you hear set a goal or you get asked, what are your goals? We're always thinking like the big long-term ones, right? I'm looking at my vision board up here right now. It's all long-term goals. And I think I've made the mistake of, I'm always looking at these long-term goals, but there's such a distance from where I'm at now to when I can get there. And that distance in reflecting on how far you have to go, that's what kills us, guys. At least in my life, that's what's killed me is every time I look and go, oh my gosh, 6 figures in this business will be amazing, but I have so far to go. And that's where I kind of slouch back and go, meh, maybe I can just focus on half that for now. You can't allow yourself to focus on how far you have to go. Number one is you always have to look at how far you've come because we've all come from somewhere. Even if you think you're at your lowest point right now, you have come from somewhere. Don't forget how far you've come. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, set the big goal. We need to have those big goals. That's called your vision. Your vision, I believe, is kind of your long-term goal, where you want your life to be. Your goals should be the small stepping stones along the way that get you there. It's like a staircase, right? You can't look at the whole staircase at the top and think, oh, I just want to jump to the top. That would be way too easy. That's why 99% of people do not succeed with whatever goal they set, especially coming around New Year's, right? Is because they're looking at that top step. You have to take the little steps in between. If you try to skip them, that's where you fall back, you get discouraged. So whatever goal you set, whatever vision you have for your life, number one is create that vision. Number two is set the smaller goals. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything big and extravagant. Just as I talked about last week, start with the basics. For us, again, it's all starting with our workouts, our nutrition, and our personal development. That's where it starts. The inviting and all the business stuff will come only if you master the first two, which is be proof that the product works in your personal development. Set goals for those. That's all I'm asking you to do for the rest of this week, right? That's why I like these team calls on Mondays, because for me, I love Mondays. Friggin' love Mondays because it's a fresh start. I have a whole week ahead of me. And based on what I tell myself I'm going to do on Monday, that's kind of the rudder that steers where I'm going throughout the week. If I go through a whole Monday, and what I found is if I go through a whole Monday and don't set any goals, don't write anything down, don't tell myself I'm going to do something this week, Tuesday comes around and then it's Wednesday. And then by the time Thursday gets here, I'm like, well, crap, what did I do with my week? I didn't do anything. I didn't progress in any way. So every Monday, sit down, write out a goal. Write out 2 or 3 goals. They don't have to be big and extravagant. Again, just start out with, I'm going to do 3 workouts, right? If you're struggling with your fitness consistency or nutrition, you don't have to dive 100% into it to be successful. Just start small. I'm going to do 3 workouts. I'm going to eat healthy 3 days this whole week. That's it, right? That doesn't take a lot of time out of your whole week. It's just showing up and doing it that's the hard part. So every Monday, moving forward, write out your goals, write out what you are going to do for the week that next Monday is going to put you in a better position. Better opportunities will come as you get positioned in better places. And getting position is all up to you. You have to show up and put in the work to do it. That's kind of what I personally have been doing these last couple of weeks that I've been back on track. Not even 2 weeks. It's only been a week that I've been back on track, but mentally I am in such a better place than I was 2 weeks ago. Bronchitis aside, I was just again, before the bronchitis hit, I had this week of just laziness and not really doing a whole lot. I was kind of going through the motions of everything. And it carries over into my personal life, my relationships with my family, my spouse, my child. I just kind of caught myself going through the motions. And that's not a terrible thing. It happens. That's life. It's never going to be up and up and up. Life is always going to be like this, just like your business, right? We've all seen the charts of what success it really is. It's ups and downs. But you have to catch yourself when you're in those downs, especially when you're in the down. That's probably the most important time to set your goals, because those goals are going to be, again, those little stepping stones that get you out of those holes and those ruts that we all fall into. That's what I personally been doing the last week. And I tell you what, it's been working out fantastic, because even though for me personally, my physical health, I have felt so weak. I have not, I did a Body Beast workout a couple days ago, and I couldn't lift half the weight that I was lifting before. I felt weak. My shoulders hurt. I was in pain. I was out of breath like none other. Like I haven't done cardio in years. Even though I felt so weak, it's knowing those little goals, and I have them written down in my whiteboard in my gym, because I spend a lot of time out there now. I have those written down, those little tiny goals that I want to do throughout the week. And for me, my big goal right now is hammer and chisel. I want to set the goal to finish this full 60 days and follow the freaking program. It's been a while since I've done a full 60-day program. I did Body Beast for a full 60 days. That was 6 or 8 months ago, so it's been a while. Ever since then, it's been start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. My personal goal is the big goal, the vision. I want on day 60 to finally snap that after picture that I am freaking damn proud of. Get in better position, get in better shape, a better position in life. Because for me, this journey, these 60 days, it's so much more than the physical change. It's more than that after photo. That after photo, I already have the vision of what I'm going to look like. That after photo represents not just my physical appearance, but it represents the change that's going to happen in me. I'm focusing on personal growth, spiritual growth, mental growth, physical growth, all of it in this whole package. That's my goal for these 60 days. That's the long vision. Now, breaking it down into smaller goals, I know that I have to show up and do the workouts are about 30 to 40 minutes. I have to schedule 40 minutes in my calendar 5 to 6 days a week for my workouts. That's how I break it down into smaller things. And it's on my Google calendars. I sit down every Sunday night. I look at where my best times are based on Ty's schedule and all that stuff. I look at where my best times are, and I pop my workouts in there, and I do it by priorities. So my whole calendar is clean. There's nothing on it. I put my workout in there. I put my personal development. Those are the first two things I schedule. And then from there, massage clients and Amazon business, Beachbody business, I plug all this stuff in the gaps and just fill it in. So that's me and my personal goal. That's a prime example of what I'm talking about here. You don't have to focus on the huge vision 10 years down the road. Break it down into bite-sized chunks, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You cannot just take a bite of the whole thing and expect it to go down. Start small. Start with the basics. Stop getting overwhelmed. Stop overthinking the process, because you're only getting discouraged. You're only doing it to yourself, right? So many people come in and out of this business and they think, I don't have the tools, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, blah, 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 blah. You have everything you need to achieve whatever it is. If your goal is to come in here and make $50,000 a year, you can do it. If your goal is to come in here, just get in great shape and get free Shakeology off of sales, awesome. You can friggin' do it. You have the tools, you have the team, you have the programs, you have the products. You need the belief to back that shit up. And when you learn to do that, all of a sudden the process gets easier, and you start to see your business grow, and you start to get in better shape. And all of a sudden, all these puzzle pieces that have been missing in your life come together. And all of a sudden you're like, I have my passion back. I feel on fire again. That only happens if you take that first step. Everything I've been talking about last week and right now, those basics, those little tiny baby steps, that's how you get this shit moving. It doesn't happen any other way. You cannot skip steps. So there you go, guys. I'm going to keep these calls short, sweet, to the point. This has been Coach Shaz. I love you guys. Team ThriveFit. We got some good stuff coming on its way. Finally getting back to my logo, guys. So I know I've had my Thrive Fitness and Massage logo. We have the same logo, but I'm working on getting that text changed to Team ThriveFit. And then we got some pretty cool products coming after that. Peace out, crew. Love you guys. See you soon.